Welcome everyone. We have been discussing about the conversion method in which we discuss some of the important adjustments that may come across while dealing same type of practical questions. So let us discuss some of the similar cases with different adjustments. Next case. Rajesh keeps his books under single entry system. He furnishes the following informations. So in the question it is given statement of affairs as on 1st January 2016. That means opening statement of affairs or otherwise known as opening balance sheet. Summary of cash transaction during the year. So see, statement of affairs is given, cash is given. Usually you were preparing this statement of affairs and cash book, but right now in the question it is already given, so half of our work is complete. A list of transactions during 2016. Okay, apart from these two, some of the additional information is also given here. Sales, total sales is given, total purchases is given. So when total sales and total purchase is given, it may be to find out either the cash transaction or a credit transaction. One information may be given in the question. Cash sales or cash purchases may be given. You need to find credit sales and credit purchase. So we will come to that. Next one, bills receivable. Closing date of bills receivable is given. So right now, if you go through the statement of affairs, you can see that there is also one opening balance of bills receivable. So we will prepare their account, and bills payable accepted during the year 89,000. Make sure whether there are any detail. Bills payable opening balance is also there, but there is no information regarding bills payable closing. So we need to find out. Closing stock is given. Discount allowed is there. Discount received is there. Outstanding trade expenses. Make sure whether there are any outstanding trade expense. So opening balance and closing balance is given. See, in the previous cases we have seen that any of the details regarding assets and liabilities, that is opening and closing balance, will be given in a peculiar pattern. With opening dates its amount, the closing date its amount. So we can easily find out, but in this question opening balance can be found out from the statement of affairs. See, the closing amount is not mentioned in here, but instead outstanding trade expenses is given. So you need to make sure whether this amount has to be adjusted or not. We will come to that part anyway. Go through each information given in the question very wisely. Next, bad debts is given, prepaid rent is given, outstanding wages is given. Apart from that, you need to make provision for doubtful debts as well as discount on debtors. It's a tricky adjustment. Provision for doubtful debts and discount on debtors. Why it is tricky is that you need to find out the provision of doubtful debts. If you go through the question, there are no other information regarding bad debts or old provision, so this provision is considered as new provision. And you need to find out the 5% of doubtful debts very correctly. Make no mistake, because if you get the amount of doubtful debts correctly, you can get the discount amount also correctly. If you make any mistake in the provision for finding out the amount of provision, definitely you will not get the answer of discount on debtors. Your complete answer will be wrong. So you have to be very careful by dealing with provision for doubtful debts when percentage is given, followed by there is a discount on debtors also given, because discount on debtors can be found out only after finding out the correct value of provision. So you have to be very careful. Next one, provide depreciation at 5% on building and 10% on machinery. It is very easy. You are required to prepare trading profit and loss account, balance sheet on the basis of given details. So these are the details given here. Let us deal with the computation and preparation. So first of all you need to find out various ledger accounts. So which ledger account we have to prepare first? That is an important question while dealing with this similar type of adjustments. Whenever bills receivable and bills payable details is given in the question, it is better to prepare the bills receivable account before total debtors account is prepared, and prepare the bills payable account before preparing creditors account. That will be much better, because usually the balance we obtain from the bills receivable, anyway you will get a missing figure. That missing figure is known as the balance. That amount has to be adjusted in the corresponding debtors account. So you have to do bills receivable account before preparing debtors account, and similarly bills payable account has to be prepared prior to the preparation of creditors account. It will be much better. So first of all, let us prepare various ledger account. Let us begin with the bills receivable account. Make sure opening and closing balance are given or not. Opening balance is here, closing balance is here. So write down the respective balances. Opening balance is to balance brought down 17,000, not carried down, it is brought down. And closing balance is 29,000. Now go through all the individual details, whether there are any transactions relating to bills receivable account. See, there is a transaction, cash account debited to bills receivable. So in the bills receivable account, buy cash, this amount has to be shown here. And now go through any transaction, whether there is any information regarding bills receivable. Here there is no information. Here coming to the other informations, bills receivable closing is written, bills payable not be taken here. So we have recorded all the information relating to bills receivable. So let us balance this account. You can see that this side will have a bigger value, so take the total of these two amount, you will get 82,000. Show the 82,000 in this side also for as a part of balancing the account. Here the only amount is 17,000, so the difference between these two amount will be the balance of this particular account. So in this case, the balancing amount will be related to debtors. Remember that bills receivable account is prepared either to find out opening balance or closing balance. If not, if you are getting a difference in this side, that will be related to debtors. Debtors means bills receivable drawn during the year. Remember that. So bills receivable is over. Next one, once you prepare bills receivable, you can go for bills debtors account. Debtors account opening balance, make sure whether there is opening balance. Yes, opening balance is there, 70,000. And make sure whether there is closing balance. There are no information regarding closing balance, so just go through all the details whether there are any information relating to debtors. See, there is an amount of 2,14,000 in the cash book, so show it in the respective side. By cash 2,14,000. Next one, make sure whether there are any sundry debtors coming in the cash book or not. No other details. Now go to the additional informations. Bills receivable, closing balance, is already recorded. Next one, bills payable is not related to debtors, stock is not related, discount allowed and discount received. Which one is related to debtors? We will come to that, but before that, one of the most important thing you need to consider is total sales. Here total sales is 4,07,000, which is given in the question. But if you go through the cash book, you can see that there is a cash sales transactions of rupees 39,000. So during the financial year, the total sales is 4,07,000. Out of 4,07,000, 39,000 is the cash sales. See, this is how the things work. sometimes the information may be directly given, cash sales is this much, credit sales is this much. Sometimes it may not be specified, it depends upon your logical understanding. See, there is no information regarding credit sales in the question, but with these two values we can easily find the amount of credit sales. So it isn't necessary that you in the question has to give certain information regarding certain items. It is up to your logical understanding to identify what all details can be extracted. So total sales is 4,07,000, cash sales is 39,000. So credit sales during the year is 3,68,000. So in this question, credit sale is given. Usually debtors is prepared to find this one. Since the credit sale is given, there is something else which you have to find out. So right now we have recorded all the details with regard to that. And apart from that, there are some more items which we have to consider. Bills receivable 65,000, which has been obtained from the prior account, bills receivable account. This is the reason that I have mentioned earlier. This is why bills receivable account is prepared first before preparing debtors account. Next one, discount allowed 1,000 rupees. After that, bad debts 3,000. So right now we have recorded all the details with regard to debtors. So don't confuse with the additional information. Here it is mentioned that you need to create a provision for doubtful debts. I have mentioned it in countless times that provision for doubtful debts and debtors account is not at all related. So we need not have to worry about that. Right now we have recorded all the transactions that are related to debtors. Now let us balance this account. If you go through the totals of both sides, you can see that this side will have a bigger value. Write down the total, show the same amount in this side also. Take the total of these four values and take the difference from 4,38,000. You will get the closing balance of debtors 1,55,000. So this is all just an understanding. In the previous cases, opening balance will be given, closing balance will be given. In that case, credit sales has to be found out. In this question, credit sale is given, opening balance is given. Then in this case, you have to find closing balance. This is how the problem works. You just need to familiarize the cases, how the question goes, and how you have to do the case like that. So be familiar with the steps which we are dealing with. So now we have prepared bills receivable and total debtors account. Likewise, let us deal with bills payable account and creditors account. So next account is bills payable account. Go for the statement of affairs to identify the opening balance, and here there are no information regarding closing balance is given. So first of all, write down opening balance by balance BD 4,000. Now go through all these details whether there are any transaction relating to bills payable. See, one bills payable is there, 78,000, that is bills payable paid, bills payable account debted to cash. So to cash 78,000. There are no other information in the cash book. Now go to additional information. Bills payable accepted during the year. Bills payable accepted means bills payable created during the year. Bills payable creation means more bills payable are created or written in between creditors and the businessman. Simple sense, it means increase in liability. So whenever there is an increase in bills payable you have to credit it in the bills payable account. So it will be by creditors 89,000, because usually bills payable is prepared or bills payable is created through creditors. So bills payable account is prepared. Next one, discount allowed, discount received. None of these transaction will come to the bills payable account. Now let us take the total of both sides. You will get this side 93,000. Here I will write down the same amount here also. We take the difference between 93,000 and 78,000. You will get to balance carry down 15,000. That is the closing balance. So now we have got bills payable account. Next, let us prepare total creditors account, or otherwise known as sundry creditors account. go through the statement of affairs, find out the opening balance 51,000, make sure whether there are any information regarding closing balance is there. So in this case you need to find closing balance, and we can assure that in this case also total purchases is given and cash purchase is given, so credit purchase can be easily found out. So when credit purchase can be easily found out, there is something which we have to find out, that is the closing creditors. So write down the opening balance 51,000. Next, go through all these transactions, whether there are any information regarding creditors. See, creditors is there 1,90,000. So creditors account debited to cash 1,90,000. And now go to other informations. See, total purchase is given 3,50,000. And in the cash book you can see that there is a purchase is given. This purchase is known as cash purchase. You may think that there is no cash purchases mentioned in the account, but it is implied that whenever there is a purchases or sales in a cash book, that sales or purchase will be cash sales or cash purchase. So total purchase is given, cash purchase is given, so you can easily find it out. Credit purchase. So write down the credit purchase. By credit purchases, take the difference 3,15,000. Now we have found out all the amounts that are required in the creditors account, and if you go through all these details, we have already posted all the details in the concerned ledger account. Now take the total. Definitely this side will have a bigger value, and remember bills payable account. Why we have prepared creditors after bills payable account? Because there is a certain balance amount, and not only the balance amount, in this case there is a transaction that is related to creditors, that is 89,000. This amount has to be shown in the respective creditors account. Remember, this is an amount usually you will miss out because it is not directly visible in the details given below. It is just given as a transaction in a additional information like bills payable accepted during the year. Initial glance you may think that it is related to bills payable, but the entry of this transaction is creditors account debited to bills payable. So this amount has to be posted in bills payable account as well as creditors account. Don't forget to bring this amount in the respective ledger account. Now take the totals of both sides. Write down the discount received. Adjust this discount received amount also. Now take the totals of both sides, find the difference, and the difference will be the closing balance of creditors account. So now we have prepared almost all the ledger accounts relating to the various information given in the question. Remember, some of the informations may be directly visible and directly taken from the details given in the question, but some of them is not directly given. You have to identify it, just like the credit sales and credit purchases in this question. And some information may not be directly catchable, that is the transaction relating to bills payable. In the question it is mentioned as a bills payable transaction, but that transaction is occurred with relation to creditors. So it has to be shown in the concerned creditors account also. So remember to show that. So we have prepared almost all the accounts. Now let us go to the next stage. Continuation. This was a question which we have discussed. These are the computations that we have done now. Now on the basis of all these information, let us prepare a trading profit and loss account. So let us begin with trading profit and loss account for the respective year. Here the closing year is 31st December 2016. We all know it begins with opening stock and closing stock. So opening stock 75,000, which can be obtained from statement of affairs, and closing stock is also given 99,000. So let us deal with the in order form. Stock is recorded. Next one, go through each of the items given in the case. Next one is cash book. Sales is given, so cash sales is given, and we have already found out credit sales. So the total sales is 4,07,000. So write down 4,07,000. Next one, purchases is given, so write down purchases during the year. Next one, wages during the year, 1,200. But remember to adjust corresponding outstanding item related to wages. Here there is one outstanding 200. So add the 200 with 1,200, you will get 1,400. Next, go through all these additional information. There is stock. Closing stock is given by closing stock 99,000. And go through all these information, whether there are anything which we have to write down in the respective trading account. So now take the total of both sides. You will get 5,06,000 here. So show the amount here also. Now take the difference between 5,06,000 with these three amounts. You will get gross profit during the year 79,600. So once you prepare gross profit or identify the gross profit, you have to go for the profit and loss account. For continuing the profit and loss account, you need to transfer the gross profit to the next side. So we will brought down the gross profit balance by gross profit brought down 79,600. Now go through all these details, whether there are anything that is related to profit and loss account. Here the statement of affairs will not have any relation with the profit and loss account. Next one is the cash book. Trade expenses is there, 5,100. But remember to adjust corresponding outstanding items. See, the outstanding trade expenses, there is one opening balance is also there, and an outstanding details also given here. So the opening balance has to be deducted, that is 2,150, that is opening outstanding. Here outstanding trade expenses 3,200. There is no information regarding the date, that is whether it is a closing date or anything else. Since it is not given, we can assume that it is the outstanding during the year, so we need to add that amount. So show the net amount here. Next one, salaries 16,000. There are no other information with regard to that. Next one, wages already adjusted. Rent, make sure whether there are any adjustment relating to rent. Say there is one item, prepaid rent 1,900. Prepaid rent is an item that has to be adjusted with rent. You need to deduct that amount. So rent less prepaid, you will get 8,100. Next one, drawings. It will not have any relation to profit and loss account, so this account is over. Now go through all these information, whether there are any items. See, discount allowed, it is an expense, show it in the profit and loss account. Next one, discount received, it is yet another item relating to profit and loss account. So discount received 1,900. Outstanding trade expenses we already recorded. Bad debts, I have mentioned about the adjustment with regard to bad debts. It is quite tricky. You have to be very careful while dealing bad debt, provision, new provision creation, or any discount on bad debtors. So write down bad debts 3,000, not in the main column, within the particulars column, because we need to adjust some items. So bad debts 3,000, and make sure whether there are any further bad debts given in the question. Usually further bad debts will not appear in statement of affairs or cash flow. It will be given as an additional information. So there are no other information, so there is only one item, bad debts. Next one, that is important one, provision of 5% of doubtful debts. Make a provision. Make a provision means you need to create a provision. Create a provision means there is a new provision has to be created. So new provision has to be added. That is the rule. Whenever there is a new provision, you need to add. And whenever there is an old provision, you need to deduct. So new provision is 7,750. We will discuss about that very briefly. Anyway, understand this one. Bad debts, you need to add new provision, you need to less old provision. You may think that we will discuss about the 7750, but the thing is, where is this old provision 3500? There is no information regarding old provision in any of the details given here. But if you look closely through each individual item, you can see that there is one item that is given in the opening statement of affairs. See, 70,000 and 3,500 provision. So this is an item relating to opening statement of affairs, so we can assume that this is the old provision during the year. So that old provision has to be adjusted here. And there are no further items relating to bad debts. So how we found out the amount of 7750? See, new provision is always found out, means usually it will be given in percentage. We always found out on the basis of the net debtors, otherwise known as closing debtors. In simple sense, we can say debtors that is remaining after adjusting bad debts, like that, bad debts discount, like that. So in this question, where is the closing debtors? Here it is given debtors less bad debts, like that. Since we have already prepared the debtors account, you need not have to worry about the debtors total again going to deduct the bad debts. Don't worry. If you have prepared debtors account, directly take the closing balance. So this closing balance means this closing debtor. So don't worry about this first stage. This is followed whenever there are no further details or adjustment regard to debtors. And we are not preparing debtors account. But in this module we will be preparing accounts relating to debtors, so don't worry about this part. I am given this statement as a format for the understanding. So take the closing debtor, which can be easily found total debtors account. So how we are going to create new provision? This debtors into percentage. What is the new provision percentage? 5%. So closing debtor is 1,55,000 into 5%, 7750. This is how we have created this new provision. Okay, I hope you have got the concept. Now next step is the most important one. Provision for discount on debtors. I have mentioned in the initial stage itself, I have mentioned specifically that whenever there is provision and discount is given, you need to adjust it correctly, because your computation of provision for doubtful debts is of great importance, because on the base of that computation only discount on debtors can be correctly found out. So right now we will discuss how this is happened, or how is this dealt with. Here we have mentioned that closing debtors is used to find new provision. Okay, new provision means a provision is created in order to meet any debtors bad debts. And whenever there is bad debts during the year, that loss is met out of new provision. And to whom we will give discount? We will provide discount to those debtors who do not fail in repaying the debt. That is good debtors. So here we got closing debtors 1,55,000. But still there is a provision of 5%, that is 5%, there is a chance that 5% debtors might be doubtful. So do we have to provide a discount for the full 1,55,000? No, because out of 1,55,000, 5% is not good. Maybe they will fail or not, we don't know. 5% we have created as provision. So we need to deduct that provision to get the good debtors. So closing debtors is no closing debtors, 1,55,000 minus new provision, you will get good debtors. And for this good debtors we will give discount. We will always give discount to good debtors who are ready to pay back the debt in full. For that persons we will provide discount. So discount is provided on this amount. This amount is obtained only after adjusting new provision. And you may think that there are bad debts is given, there are old provision is given, why we are adjusting only new provision? Remember, this 1,55,000 is obtained after adjusting all provisions. So 1,47,250 is the good debtors into how much was the discount, how percentage of discount, 2%. So 1,47,250 into 2%, you will get 2,945. So this is how you have to deal with provision with regard to debtors when dealing with bad debts, as well as provision for discount on debtors. So these are the steps that has to be kept in mind. Be very careful while dealing bad debts, provision for the bad debts, and provision for discount on debtors. So we have completed that. Next one. The only information now remaining to deal with is depreciation on building and machinery. Go through the detail whether there are building machinery given. In the opening balance there is building and machinery. It's very easy to find the depreciation. Take the 5% on building 25,000 into 5%, you will get the amount of depreciation, and machinery 60,000 into 10%, you will get the amount of depreciation. So the depreciation amounts is 1250 and 6,000, total depreciation 7250. So right now we have recorded all the details that has to be posted in the respective profit and loss account. Now let us balance these two sides. Take the total of both sides, identify which side is having the bigger value, write down the total in both sides. Here this side is having a bigger value, so 81,500. Show the same amount in this side also. Now take the total of these figures and take the difference from 81,500. You will get net profit during the year. So once you find the net profit during the year, the next is preparation of balance sheet. Balance sheet as on closing date. Now let us go through all the details and write down the assets and liabilities that has to be recorded in the balance sheet. First one, bank overdraft 24,000. There are no adjustment regarding that, so write down the amount. Next one, creditors closing balance, but before writing this amount, this is the opening statement of affairs, you need to find the closing balance. So go to creditors account. Closing balance is 85,100. Don't make mistake. Don't write this amount directly. This one is opening statement of affairs. Now we are preparing closing. So go for the corresponding ledger account. Next one, outstanding trade expenses. Don't take this amount. You have to go for the new outstanding trade expenses amount. That is see 3,200. Next one, bills payable. Here opening amount is given, you have to go for the respective bills payable account to identify the closing balance, that is 15,000. Next one, capital account. Here opening amount is there, you need to take that in order to find out the actual capital by the end of the financial year. So opening capital is 1,65,300. From that you need to add profit during the year, see 32,805. After that you need to adjust drawings. In this question make sure whether there are drawings there or not. Yes, in the cash book there is a drawings amount 5,600, adjust that amount. And in this question there are no information regarding additional capital or interest on capital or interest on drawings. So now let us find out the total capital at the end, that is 1,92,505 on the basis of only available information. Now let us go to the next side, debtors account. Debtors, don't take this amount. Go to the debtors account final balance 1,55,000. Remember, this is not the correct closing balance. This is the amount after adjusting all those transactions during the year except these two amounts. See, this provision and discount is additional information that occurred after preparing debtors account. So remember, you need to adjust these two amounts. So debtors less new provision less discount. After adjusting these two amounts, show the net amount. Provision for doubtful debts has to be reduced from debtors, and also discount provided on debtors also has to be reduced from debtors. so as to get the actual debtors by the end of the period. Next one, bills receivable account. Go to the corresponding bills receivable account. Closing balance is 29,000. Show the 29,000. After that, stock 75,000 is opening. Go through the additional information. Stock is 99,000. 99,000. Next one, machinery. There is depreciation with regarding to that. Adjust the amount. Next one, buildings. There is also depreciation on building. Adjust the corresponding amount. Show the net amount. After that, cash book. Here opening is there, but go for the cash book account. See, closing balance is given 3050. Now go through cash book where there are any items that has to be considered. See, Miss Rajesh loan. Rajesh has taken loan from his wife. Even if it is a wife or relative, he has taken loan from that particular person for the purpose of conducting business. So it is a transaction and it is a loan taken from a person. So it is a liability. We have to show it in the corresponding column. So Mrs. Rajesh loan 35,000. See, it is an additional detail. There is no additional detail regarding loan is there, or particular loan was taken, or Mrs. Rajesh transactions is given. There are no information like that. Just a amount and with the transaction is shown in the corner of cash book. Usually we will miss this amount. So I am repeating countless times. Go through each and every item while dealing in individual accounts. While preparing each ledger account, go through each items. While preparing trading balance sheet, go through each item. You may think that for preparing balance sheet, why we have to check the cash transactions? See, for balance sheet preparation, we need only the closing balance of cash. But you have to go through each individual item, because this type of items will be there in between these informations. So you need to identify that. So Rajesh loan, we can't say that it is a hidden information. It is directly given in this account, but no other information with regard to Mrs. Rajesh loan is mentioned here. So it is a sort of hidden information. So right now go through all these details, whether there are anything that we have left out. There are no such details. Next one, closing stock is taken, discount allowed, outstanding trade expenses we already taken, balance adjusted, prepaid rent 1,900. It is an asset, so showing the asset column. Next one, outstanding wages 200. It is a liability, showing the liability side. Now go through additional information. Provisions we have adjusted, discount also adjusted, depreciation also adjusted. So we have adjusted everything. Now take the total of both sides. You will get 3,55,005. Make sure whether you are getting these amounts correctly. So this is another type of conversion method where we have prepared certain specific ledger accounts, just like the cases which we have discussed previously, apart from some of the adjustments that are peculiar and new in this case, apart from the cases which we have discussed previously. So understand and familiarize each of the cases which we are discussing. Each case you may find it similar, but some of the adjustments are very different in each of these cases. So familiarize and understand each case. Please go through it. If you have any queries, please do let me know. We will discuss about the further adjustments in the next class. So thank you.